The human brain is a complex and wonderful organ. It is the most intricate and powerful part of our body, responsible for everything we think, feel, and do. From the simplest reflex to the most profound thought, the brain is at the center of it all. It is the control center of our body. Every heartbeat, every breath, every movement is orchestrated by this incredible organ. The brain processes information from our senses, allowing us to see, hear, touch, taste, and smell the world around us. One of its most important parts is the cerebral cortex. This thin layer of neural tissue covers the outermost part of the brain and is crucial for many of our higher functions. This is the outer layer of the brain. It is divided into 4 lobes, each responsible for different functions. The frontal lobe, for example, is involved in decision-making, problem-solving, and planning. The cerebral cortex is what makes us human. It is much more developed in humans than in other animals, allowing us to perform complex tasks and engage in abstract thinking. It is responsible for our thoughts, feelings, and actions. When we experience emotions, solve problems, or make decisions, the cerebral cortex is hard at work. The cerebral cortex is essential for our everyday life. It enables us to perform routine tasks, from brushing our teeth to driving a car with ease and precision. It allows us to understand the world around us. By processing sensory information, the cerebral cortex helps us make sense of our environment and react appropriately. It helps us communicate with others. Whether we are speaking, writing, or using sign language, the cerebral cortex is involved in the complex process of communication, and it gives us the ability to learn and grow. Through education and experience, the cerebral cortex helps us acquire new knowledge and skills, shaping who we are and who we can become. In this essay, we will explore the secrets of this amazing part of our brain. We will delve into its structure, its functions, and its incredible capacity to adapt and change. Join us on this journey to uncover the mysteries of the cerebral cortex and discover how it makes us who we are. The cerebral cortex is a thin layer of tissue. It is only a few millimeters thick, often ranging between 2 to 4 millimeters. Despite its thinness, it plays a crucial role in our brain's function, but it is folded in on itself many times. These folds are not random. They are meticulously organized to maximize efficiency. This creates a large surface area like a crumpled piece of paper. Imagine trying to fit a large sheet into a small space. Crumpling it allows it to fit while maintaining its surface area. These folds are called gyri and sulci. The gyri are the raised ridges, and the sulci are the grooves or indentations. The gyri are the bumps, and the sulci are the grooves. This intricate pattern increases the brain's surface area significantly. This wrinkled appearance is important. It is not just for show, it has a functional purpose. It allows the cerebral cortex to fit inside our skull. Our skulls are limited in size, so this folding is essential. It also increases the surface area available for brain cells. More surface area means more room for neurons, the brain cells responsible for processing information. More brain cells mean more processing power. Each neuron can connect with thousands of others, creating a vast network. This allows us to think, learn, and remember more effectively. The cerebral cortex is involved in many higher-order brain functions, including sensation, perception, memory, association, thought, and voluntary physical action. When we solve problems, engage in creative activities, or even when we are simply daydreaming, our cerebral cortex is hard at work. It processes complex information, integrates sensory inputs, and coordinates responses. The development of the cerebral cortex begins in the womb and continues into early adulthood. As we grow, the cortex becomes more complex, with more folds and connections forming. This adaptability is known as brain plasticity. It allows the brain to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. This is why we can continue to learn and adapt even as we age. Learning new skills, whether it's playing an instrument, speaking a new language, or mastering a sport, involves the cerebral cortex. It is constantly updating and refining its neural networks to improve our abilities. Advances in brain imaging techniques have allowed scientists to study the cerebral cortex in greater detail. These technologies help us understand how different regions of the cortex contribute to various cognitive functions. As we continue to explore the mysteries of the cerebral cortex, we unlock new possibilities for treating brain disorders and enhancing cognitive abilities. The future of neuroscience holds exciting potential for improving our understanding of the brain and its incredible capabilities. The cerebral cortex is divided into two hemispheres. The left and right hemispheres control different functions. The left hemisphere is responsible for language, logic, and analytical thinking. The right hemisphere is responsible for creativity, intuition, and spatial awareness. Each hemisphere is further divided into four lobes. The frontal lobe is responsible for planning, decision-making, and personality. The parietal lobe processes sensory information, such as touch, temperature, and pain. The temporal lobe is responsible for hearing, memory, and language comprehension. The occipital lobe processes visual information. The cerebral cortex is made up of billions of nerve cells called neurons. Neurons communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals. This communication network allows different parts of the brain to work together. It also allows the brain to communicate with the rest of the body. These signals travel along pathways called neural circuits. These circuits are constantly changing and adapting based on our experiences. This is how we learn and form memories. The more we use a particular circuit, the stronger it becomes. Section 5. A world of sensations. The cerebral cortex plays a vital role in our senses. It receives information from our sense organs, such as our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin. The cortex then processes this information. This allows us to experience the world around us. For example, when we see a beautiful sunset, light enters our eyes. This information travels to the occipital lobe. Here, the brain processes the colors, shapes, and patterns of the sunset. This allows us to appreciate its beauty. Section 6. Mastering movement. The cerebral cortex is also responsible for our movements. The motor cortex, located in the frontal lobe, controls voluntary muscle movements. When we decide to move, the motor cortex sends signals to the appropriate muscles. This allows us to walk, talk, and interact with our environment. The more complex the movement, the more areas of the brain are involved. For example, playing the piano requires the coordination of multiple brain regions. This includes the motor cortex, the sensory cortex, and the cerebellum. Section 7. The learning brain. One of the most remarkable features of the cerebral cortex is its plasticity. This means that it can change and adapt throughout our lives. This allows us to learn new skills, form new memories, and recover from brain injuries. For example, when we learn a new language, our brain creates new neural connections. The more we practice, the stronger these connections become. This is why it is easier to learn new things when we are young. Section 8. Mysteries of the cortex. Despite decades of research, there is still much that we don't understand about the cerebral cortex. For example, we are still unraveling the mysteries of consciousness. How does the activity of billions of neurons give rise to our subjective experience of the world? Scientists are also investigating the role of the cerebral cortex in complex cognitive functions, such as creativity, imagination, and decision-making. New technologies, such as brain imaging techniques, are helping us to unlock the secrets of this amazing organ. Section 9. The future of thought. In this chapter, we delve into the boundless potential of the human mind and the exciting frontiers of brain research. The cerebral cortex is a testament to the incredible power of the human brain. This thin layer of neural tissue, just a few millimeters thick, is responsible for many of the higher-order functions that define our humanity. Its complex structure and functions allow us to think, feel, and experience the world in ways that no other animal can. From the joy of a child's laughter to the profound contemplation of a philosopher, the cerebral cortex is at the heart of our most cherished experiences. As we continue to unravel its secrets, we gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. Each discovery brings us closer to answering fundamental questions about consciousness, identity, and the nature of reality. The future of brain research is full of promise. With the advent of cutting-edge technologies like functional MRI, optogenetics, and brain-computer interfaces, we are on the brink of a new era in neuroscience. With new discoveries and technological advancements, we can unlock even greater potential of the human mind. Imagine a world where we can enhance memory, boost intelligence, and even interface directly with machines. This knowledge will not only advance our understanding of the brain, but also lead to new treatments for neurological disorders and enhance our cognitive abilities. Conditions like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and depression could become relics of the past as we develop more effective therapies and interventions. The integration of technology with our neural processes could revolutionize how we live, work, and interact with the world. Brain implants and neuroprosthetics could restore lost functions and even augment our natural abilities. Education and lifelong learning could be transformed, with personalized brain training programs and immersive virtual reality experiences tailored to individual needs and preferences. Creativity and innovation would flourish as we tap into the full potential of our minds, leading to breakthroughs in art, science, and technology that we can only begin to imagine. Ultimately, the future of thought is not just about individual enhancement, but also about collective progress. By connecting our minds and sharing knowledge, we can solve global challenges and create a better future for all. The journey ahead is filled with possibilities, and the future of thought holds the key to unlocking a brighter, more enlightened world.